What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing over here, man? I know it's been a while, man. Dang, COVID done took a toll, man. COVID has totally rearranged schedules, minds, inspiration, ideas, everything. But I have had fun because I have been productive, even if it is just family time. So with this COVID, it's more so just find the positive in this moment because some bonkers stuff right now. But anyways, that's not why I got on the video. So what really inspired me to even make a video right now is just, Black History Month is all over. It's just wrapping up. And now in school, the kids, I have a fourth grader. And now the kids are just learning, Black history stuff. And I'm sitting there, now on Zoom, so you can really actually hear the information being fed to these kids. And I was just sitting there listening to the teacher, so excitedly teach him these random Black history facts. And this is their Black history lesson and learning, is learning about the first Black man that scored how many hits playing baseball. And you're learning these random facts, and you're learning about the Martin Luther King speech, and you're learning about different activists and their names, and you're just learning everything they teach these kids about Black history has to do with this struggle. It has to do with slavery. It has to do with being oppressed. It has to do with being second place. I'm listening to the kids in class, and they're giving their opinions, and the kids, they mean well. The kids' opinion is, oh, that was so unfair for Black people to be treated that way. And it's just, this is the narrative that's being spoken in class, that's being fed, this is Black history for these kids. This is what is Black history to these kids, to the school system. And I'm sitting there just listening, so now all of a sudden you friends with this black kid is friends with you, this white kid. You guys are doing your thing all year long, you buddy. And then all of a sudden you learn this teaching about how you as a Black person were less than this white person once upon a time. And now, good thing things have changed. So it's just man, if a kid wasn't even thinking about their status in this world, all of a sudden now they're thinking about their status as a Black child. And now the status being introduced to them is almost like you should be so lucky because now you are allowed to do these things because once upon a time you weren't. And it's just this is damaging to children, white and Black. But I'm not even talking about the white kids right now. Whatever, y'all go learn your own shit. I'm talking about the Black kids. It's embarrassing. It's uncomfortable for a black child to have to sit there and listen to this narrative. It's uncomfortable because now all of a sudden you sitting there in class feeling like, man, all attention is on you because now they're talking about Black issues. And it's just, I don't know. It's like we want to empower our Black children. Man, we want them to feel like kings. We want them to feel like they really are valid human beings in this world. To do so, you cannot always teach them that their history is slavery. You cannot always teach them that their history is once upon a time people used to beat you up just for being Black. You cannot teach them that once upon a time you got killed, you got burned, you got lynched, you got such unfair treatment just because you are Black. And then now this Black student may be hearing these things for the first time. How are they supposed to comfortably hold their head up high, feeling like, wow, these things used to happen to us. Now, thank God I feed my children all day, every day. Man, you're Black. Don't let what these people here are teaching you, from day one, they know they're Black, so they know they're great. Just GP, you're lucky to be a Black person. You're lucky to be an African. F what this world want to teach you. You know that. So I watch my kids' reactions and I can see shit goes over his head. He's not tripping on all that because he knows who he is as a Black person. Thank God for that. But there's a lot of children out there who don't. There's a lot of children out there whose parents rely on the schools to teach them Black history. How are we supposed to encourage our children that they have a place in this world by always teaching them that they came from nothing, pretty much? Like, that's not Black history. Black history is teaching your children the truth about really Black history. Where do they really come from? Don't just teach them about they were stolen from Africa. Like, okay, let's go a little bit further back. No, teach them that, yo, they were kings in Africa. Once upon a time, you guys used to rule the earth. Once upon a time, the wisest man on this planet was a Black man. Black history is teaching these children that the whole world started from a Black person. Black history is teaching these children that once upon a time, everything in this world was built, was named, was organized, was civilized by a Black mind. That's how you boost these Black children's confidence up in this country. Show them that they come from greatness. You can't show them that they come from fucking slaves and expect them to have a good disposition about themselves. You can't teach them that, oh, they're so lucky because now they get to walk around freely and you expect them to feel good about themselves. That's not going to boost their confidence. And then that's also going to just plant this seed in white children who maybe weren't even, in their hearts, they might mean well. But now you're almost planting this seed in white kids too. Like, there is a sense of superiority in them because once upon a time, this is how these guys were treated, and you guys were the ones who made the laws for them to even be treated this way. And oh, it's you guys who made the laws to change it this way. It's no. That's damaging to children. You want to teach them Black history, teach them of their real origin. You have to teach them they come from greatness because they do. This world wouldn't be nothing without a Black mind. This is what the kids need to be learning. This is Black. Martin Luther King is not Black history. Man. And you guys are here still following his same principles. And that's why Black people in America are still in the exact same position. Because you're allowed to walk around freely now. You think you're free? Because you can sit next to a white person at a movie theater. Or you can walk around the mall with them and you can be friends with them. Oh, great, you're a Black man, you can smash a white chick. And ain't nobody gonna hang you, so you feel like, oh, you're free. You guys have come such a long way. So much progress has been made. No. The core of who you are, the core of Black history has to be empowering you to the core. Not necessarily, oh, look who you were before and look who you are now. No, but look where you come from. Look at what you come from. You come from royalty. You come from God. That's just facts. So it's just, man, this whole Black history narrative, Black people always fighting for things in this country that just, you guys are here fighting for Aunt Jemima's syrup to be changed. What's that going to do for you? What's that going to do for your self-esteem? What's that going to do for your financial situation? What's that going to do for your housing situation? What's that going to do for your kids going to these white schools? Is that really going to help their narrative? Changing Uncle Ben's name? Well, what's that got to do with anything? Changing the name of a master closet so you don't call it a master closet, just call it a closet. Y'all don't even have master closets in your house. You got 3 generations living in one apartment. Or even if you're in an apartment by yourself, great. Nigga, your apartment don't have master closets. It just got a closet. A master closet is a full-on, like, walk-in, like, it's an establishment in that closet. That's a master closet. Y'all here fighting for something you don't even have. Talking about change the name of this and change the name of that. But you're still in the exact same situation that you were in. You want to fight for something, fight for kids to have a better education about who they are. Proper history about who they are. Not just this broken record. Here comes this time of the month. All right, let's just play this track for the kids again and let's move them off into the world. Like, it's tiring after a while. It's irritating. It's futile. It does nothing for Black people. I'm just sitting there listening to them teach this kid, and it's just like, well, what is this real? How is this moving our kids forward? Is hearing how they used to be beaten up by fucking dogs, is that like, what's that going to do for their self-esteem? These were happy black kids going on about their day. All of a sudden, somebody done sat them down to tell them about how they used to get whipped by chains or whatever. Or you used to get hung by a tree just for being black. But thank God we've come a long way. How is that building a black child's self-image? Now, does it mean don't tell them the truth? No, you tell them the truth. You got to know how things were. But you have to tell them their origin, so they understand that they are great. However, something bad happened to your greatness. You have to start with teaching them that they are somebody, independent of anybody. But now in the journey of life, hey, slavery did happen. And that is the reality of what you guys are dealing with now. So I'm not saying you don't cover up the truth and all of a sudden you don't teach them that these bad things happen now. But you got to teach them who they are first, what they stand on. That's why I'm watching my child's response, and I could tell it didn't faze him because he knows who he is first. He knows he's an African first. He knows what it means to be an African first. So he can comprehend, okay, well, bad things happen and, oh man, that is unfair. He can comprehend this, but it does not alter who he is or what he thinks of himself, even in this country. So it's just black history. Man, black people want to fight for so many different things. You got to fight for the narrative for your children, man. Your children are so important in this world. And fighting for things that are not really going to benefit your children. Your children are the ones coming up. Our children are the ones coming up. We're fighting for things that's for us. Well, what's that going to do? Once again. And Jemima, what's that going to do? What's that going to do? We need to start thinking of our children because this is who we're leaving it to. This is who's coming up under us right now. Man, it's it's almost irritating to always have to be talking these black issues. Because it's these black issues have been spoken on for so long. Yet here we are still talking the same talk. We haven't moved forward. It's we shouldn't feel good just knowing that we're saying something, I guess. No, we should demand. We should really not even demand from somebody, because that's another issue. You can't always be waiting for somebody to give you. You have to demand it in yourself.